Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great day and a wonderful weekend. Today we are going to start this one that I got this morning from BiggestCraft, and I will be working right here in this little hat that was hanging here. I was going to start on the lettering, but yeah, it's like change color every 5 seconds, so yeah, that wasn't happening for me today. So, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing fantastic. Had a great day yesterday. Got some things done. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Just seemed like I was running up and down the road there for a little bit, but got it taken care of. And got the copies made that I needed, which is fabulous. I started on the garden one from Long Dog, and I got a little bit done, just a bit. I could only do it so long, you know, because it was counting and all that last night, so I got up today. And my first shout out goes to Stitchery lovers here on YouTube. Her name is Amy, and I'll put her down there below. But she does counted cross stitch, and she does stamped cross stitch. So yeah, check her out. And she has Stitch With Me's, but they have music, and she doesn't talk. I wish I could do a video like that, but it never happens for me. The dog barks, something happens. Yeah, no, I can't ever get that much peace and quiet. But yeah, check her out. And she's doing a beautiful what do you call it, counted cross stitch. It's a Haid, I want to say Reflections of the Past. It's where that lady looks like she's coming out of the mirror, so to speak, but she's like running and standing in front of a mirror, you know, getting ready to go forward, but everything is in reverse in the mirror. Oh, it's just absolutely beautiful. I think it's Josephine Wall picture. I've seen it in stamped cross stitch, but yeah, I figured it would just be full of confetti. But beautiful, beautiful music. And I sat there for almost pretty close to an hour, transported by the music, and just stitched. Didn't think about anything else, just stitched. Oh, I think the color here is 3770. It's kind of got a tanning, like a palest brown you could ever get hint to it when it's on the threads here. This has 43 colors. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're just gonna travel a bit. What the heck, everything's fine. And I also want to give a shout out to a new YouTuber, and her name is Shelby. So I want you all to go and see her videos. And it is Stitch with Shelby. And I will put a link to the video that she made. She's got 2 out now. Way to go, Shelby. And she took the big leap of faith and making videos. And, you know, it's just, it's wonderful that people are doing this. And I can't even begin to express how stitching or making videos has really helped me kind of come out of a shell, if you will. I mean, I haven't been like that all my life, but I just kind of clammed up, and after the past 15 or so years, lots of stuff has happened. And I can't even begin to talk about that. But yeah. So it really helps to be able to talk to somebody and sit here and stitch, because you know how I feel about art therapy, and I think it's a wonderful thing. It gives your mind something else to concentrate on besides yourself, and it just makes you slow down, calm down, because I was quite the I don't know, I had a lot of anxiety attacks, probably, let's call it 30 years ago. Probably from the time or more, probably 45, closer to 50 years ago. Wow, that's terrible. Okay, so I've just dated myself. Back when I was in high school, I started having anxiety attacks and that kind of thing, and they put me on Valium, and I was like a walking zombie. And after being on Valium for probably 2-3 years, I finally said, enough is enough. I got to learn how to control this, without taking drugs. And I just don't care to have drugs anymore. So I've looked into, like meditation and that kind of thing, where you calm yourself down, so to speak. Of course, back then, you couldn't have told me all that. It took years to get calm, so to speak. But you get there, and through all that, your confidence level is not great, and yeah, it took me a while to get it all together, but I finally did. And this has been, a part of my anxiety journey, if you will. So now I don't have anxiety attacks, and I'm not afraid to speak up and all that. So your confidence goes up like 100%. But I think sometimes just talking about our problems helps, relieve some of the stress in our lives. And, it really doesn't matter who you're talking to. You know what I mean? Just so you get it out of there, and it's like it gets it out of your head. Does that make sense? I hope. So I don't know if anybody else suffers from anxiety or that kind of thing. I mean, it was really bad that back, gosh, I think my oldest was probably 2 years old, that I could not go to a mall and like be in the middle of the mall. If I couldn't see the exit, I was just messed up. I had to hurry up and get to the exit. I don't know why. Maybe so I could breathe. I mean, I tried to take walks, and that didn't work because, I'd get so far away from, we're talking 2 blocks away from the house, and I thought I couldn't breathe until I got home. So, it was just all a lot of anxiety. So I started quilting, I did knitting, I did crochet, I've done all different kinds, I've done painting. So whatever, helps you to do that, I'm all for art therapy, and I truly, truly do believe in it. Very strongly. So, if you're having these things, just, do your stitching, whatever makes you feel calm. And I know there are times when absolutely nothing is going to calm you down. I've so been there. And it's just a matter of thinking about something else, or, like pick a project that's a little bit hard, but the point there being, do it so that you're concentrating more on how to do the thing you're doing, the art or whatever, it is, you're thinking more about it than your own inner thoughts, if you will. Thoughts, problems. No, it doesn't solve everything, but, you know, it sure gets you to thinking about other things. So, I mean, I've been in art therapy probably since I was 5 or 6 years old. I mean, I've always had some kind of nerve, or I was not able to calm down. So, knitting, stitching, it was all there, you know, from the beginning. I had post-measles encephalitis when I was 2.5 years old, and was in a coma and the whole thing for about, I don't know, a week or so or whatever. And after that whole ordeal was over, they said that, you know, my nerves, I might not be able to do a lot of things at one time. So that's where that all started from. And it kind of escalated in high school. You know, you had to be around a whole lot more people. And so I had to find an outlet, you know, to think about. So I probably drove my mother insane between the stitching, the knitting, the macrame. You know, I've done it all. And you just have to find your own rhythm. But you also have to figure out what, I know, and it's hard, what makes you calm. So, yeah. So you're not alone if you have these problems. Not at all. And it seems like I was more anxious when I had kids, you know, where you had to figure out a budget and you had to do all the life things, you know. It was like, oh my gosh, yeah. So, yeah. But I started breathing techniques when I'd go to bed, you know, because invariably you lay down and your brain just wakes up. It's like, oh my goodness. Yeah, so I think crafts are, you know, and it might not even be stitching, you know, I mean, of any kind. It might be crafts and the act of gluing things to things, you know, cutting out pieces of paper and gluing them and doing mixed media. Whatever takes you away from all the other things. So, yeah, I'm not saying that stitch is the beginning and the end all of everything. I'm just saying that's what worked for me. And it's the act of doing something with your hands and your mind. So sorry, I'm off my soapbox. I'm sorry. But, yeah. And I know a lot of people suffer from these things, but I'm just saying it seems like it was worse until I got to be about 45 or so. And, you know, my kids were older. They were able to do this or able to do that. And then I left their father and blah, blah, blah. And life went on. And, you know, I had to figure out things so-called for myself. Not have it be a big discussion on what we're doing with this or that, you know. So, yeah, it helped. So, just saying, I've been there. And I hope that, you know, stitching does it for you. If it doesn't, then you'll have to find something else, you know, that you liked. Oh, well, I liked that in school. Maybe I'd like that now, you know, just pick it up. Spend $10, $20 and just do whatever makes you happy. Because life is too short. But do check out both those channels. And let's see if we can get Shelby some new subscribers and some likes and some view time, because I think she's got this. She's made 2 videos now. You're doing awesome, Shelby. And sometimes it's that leap of faith that, you know, I had no idea this is where this would lead me to at all. But I knew I wanted to share that I knew how to stitch or whatever, or paint. So that's what got me started. And yes, I'm doing full cross on this, because there is so much back stitching in this that I want it to be able to be seen. This is a partial kit here, so I think it'll look better. I'm just not ready to do 14 count full cross on something that's, you know, the full page is filled up. It's too much for me. I hate going from left to right. I get so messed up on my sewing method here. There we go. Let's go up and down for a while. I just love these kits. I just can't express that very much. It's just so easy to not have to count. I mean, I love it. That everything's there. All you gotta do is put the X's in there and make the picture. And you end up with something really nice in the end. I don't care if it's Joy Sunday. I don't care if it's any of them. You know? Very nice. Man, that wind is something else today. It's about 30 miles an hour out there. Just a blowing to who wouldn't have it. I'm glad we're staying in. Sounds like another chilly day. Made a good decision to make that chilly there on Thursday. Because, yeah. Last night, I had chili last night, but I fixed, what do you call it? Bacon and eggs. Oh man, I really wanted hash browns. I really wanted the, what do you call them? McDonald's hash browns. You know, the kind that's already pre-made. Yeah, because I can't make shredded hash browns for nothing. I don't know why. Hang on. We got an issue here. I think it's that one. They just turn out terribly, terribly greasy. Now, if I was working in a restaurant, excuse me, I can do that because it's on a grill and it's a little bit different than making them in a pan. But, oh my gosh, they just turn out way too greasy. So I just cut them up into little bitty cubes and made that kind of hash browns. I wouldn't call them hash browns. But, yeah. So I had that and bacon and eggs, and it was absolutely yummy. But I did that for dinner. So, but not today. I think I'll try to finish up some more of that chili. And then I'll have to freeze it for sure today. we've almost got this area done. It's going to be so cute when it's done. It's just got so many different elements and things to work on. There's a lot of this blue though. Not blue, but it's actually, I'll call it off-white in this. But yeah. Alright guys, well thanks for listening to me talk on and on and on. I appreciate y'all being here. Hang on, let me get you out of there. There we go. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.